Good evening, everyone. This is the oldest running natural resource conference done by the same person in the entire world. For some reason, I live longer than anybody else. We've had some great speakers over here over the years. The Aiden sisters have been here many times. Jay Taylor, Jim Dines, Adrian Day, Bob Chapman, bless his heart, Clyde Harrison, bless his heart, Jim Dines, Oliver North was here, Jim Rogers was here. We had about 60 other speakers here over the years, one time or another. It was the who's who, really, of the investment world. We had careers start at this show for geologists. And this show, this conference, called correctly about every major move that we've seen in the market. And that can't be, I could say that 100 times and you might say, well, no, yes. And the reason is everyone here thinks totally different from everyone else in the world today. We have never had more people that have money and more people that have powerful positions that have absolutely no idea of what in the hell they're doing. This is the most dangerous situation we've ever had in our society. Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. It really is. It may go higher. Jim Cramer told everybody, he's had it, he sold it, he bought a farm with it. The next day on TV, he told everybody to put 5% of the money in Bitcoin. I mean, you see these talking heads they have. And if you notice, these people that talk on these talk shows, they get younger, you don't know who they are, they have no idea what in the hell they're talking about. But they're there, and they're talking on these shows. They have not had one gold expert on CNBC yet with this unbelievable gold move that we've had. You know why? They're all dead. They're all gone. And that's why this market is for real. We've had over 25 commodities now moving. Yeah, they've backfilled it a little bit. We've never seen a commodity move like this for 10 years. We already lived through a depression in the mining business, guys and girls. The industry took care of itself. You know that. We own a lot of stocks. Where did it go? A lot of them went down to nothing. A lot of them went out of business. What's that mean? That produces the bottom of the market. There has not been a major gold discovery in the world for the last 10 years. So you tell me where gold's going. It's going to go higher. I don't know when it's going to go. I don't know who's going to start buying it, but it will be the most unbelievable move. Now, there's some people here that don't believe we have inflation. We've got the big inflation that we've never seen before ahead of us. This is a major move. You've seen some backfills, but these got people, they don't understand inflation is. The average money manager right now is 28 years old. How old was he last time we seen gold pop a little bit? He don't even know what gold is. Of course, all my life I've fought that. My brothers who run hedge funds on Chicago, they told me, well, those guys, they talk about you rich on the floor because you're the guy that sells your clients gold stocks, And basically, it cost me my entire career. The SEC put me out of business because I did a deal in China and it blew up. I had no control over it. It was a real property. Eric, I spent a lot of time on it. We had a geologist with us. But 15 years ago, the SEC and NASDAQ decided to get every broker out of the industry that did transaction business. They sent letters to every brokerage firm in North America. And they succeeded in getting guys like me out of business. And what they did, and you guys probably seen this, they wanted everybody to get managed money. So if you had $100,000, $50,000, they would go see you, you sign a bunch of papers, and you turn it over to another 28-year-old punk kid to run your money. And that's what's happened. It keeps them from getting sued. Merrill Lynch don't want people, they don't want their brokers recommending positions to their people anymore. They've all gone to money management. That's why Schwab has done so well. So we're in a transition now where I think this is an unbelievable opportunity for all of us. You know, when we get 1,000 people show up to one of these things, we've had 700 before, but you know, then we're at the top. And we got a long way to go. What's going to create it? I don't know. It could be Bitcoin. I don't know. It could be the collapse of this. It could be more inflation. I just think we're going to, the Fed, everybody thinks the Fed could go, okay, everything's all right, you know, everything's okay. And it's not the case. But the trouble is, there's not any guys out there right now carrying the torch. And they're certainly not getting any time on the networks. They don't want to cover this. They want to continue to talk about things that make no sense in today's society. And you're going to see more of this. So be careful. This is a counterfeit 1 ounce silver coin. There are millions of these in circulation. They're made in China. You buy it on the internet. Now, I'll tell you this one. You say, well, why would you? Why, they don't think you. The only way you can find out it's counterfeit, you got to saw it open with a file, and there's copper underneath this. Now, I would tell you, my son bought this. Bunch of them. You know what he paid for this 1 ounce coin? Silver, $4. So they shipped in, and I said, there's got to be something wrong. Not Eric did, my other son, my young one. So there's got to be something. I'm sorry. There's got to be something with this coin. So you got to be careful with the people they're talking about. Nobody likes us, guys. Nobody's ever liked me. They don't ever like my investment practices. Like I say, they cost me my career in the business. This show cost me my career in the industry because of what I was preaching and talking about. But you know, you got to think, okay, when nobody's in the industry, there's been no major discoveries in the metal. What's going to happen? There's been, and so I think the industry, there's some great companies out there. The market's taking care of themselves. So you want to look at situations that have management teams, that have money or the ability to finance, and got a property. It takes 10 years, 10 cotton-picking years to get a mine in production. Think about that. So what do you think? Oh, we're going to turn everything on. Oh, it's running. It doesn't. It's not going to happen. It's not going. This thing is a long-term thing. It's going to take a long time. And these people don't understand because no one in the United States understands the commodity business. They don't understand the resource business, and they never will. So you might as well get used to that. And they just don't like us. But that's just the way it's always going to be. But there's so many indicators out there that you look at that, hey, but this thing's for real. I'm going to say something right now. Few people, money managers in this country, will understand. If you can't grow it, you have to mine it. Remember that. Remember what I said. If you can't grow it, you got to mine it. It's an old saying. And now if you say that to money managers, they wouldn't even understand what in the hell you're talking about. But we're at that time now where it's going to become more and more important. Sooner or later, I don't know what the spark's going to be. Maybe it'll be Bitcoin. Maybe it'll be other situations out there. But, you know, I really appreciate everybody coming tonight and appreciate you being here. And we'll have another conference shortly down the road. Thank you very much.